Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going for a face shave today. I'm going to be using my Carve Christopher Bradley razor with the C-plate and the brand new made in Glasgow Persona blade. Now I'm basically going to use the same cream that I've used for the last 2-3 shaves, which is Pure by Gillette. Now as you can see there, just in the middle there, free from sulfates, dyes, parabens and alcohol. And on the back we have the ingredients list right there, and it's a very clean set of ingredients. Now as you can see down here, it's made by Procter & Gamble, massive company in the world. Gillette have been around for a very long time, although they have been bought out. I think this used to be a family company, I believe, Gillette, and it's been bought out. Massive company, make cartridge razors, pretty much predominantly cartridge razors and canned goo. They have however moved into this product. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come, where they may move into, I don't know, I don't think they'll ever go back to safety razors because I don't think there's enough money in it for them. But you just don't know, is it worth them even just chucking something out there in the market for traditional wet shavers like myself and you guys out there watching, just to have an extra arm to the company? You know, even if it's not going to cost them they've got the products there, they just need to re-release a Fat Boy or something, re-release it. They've got all the patents, they'll know how to make the machines, they'll know how to make all this stuff. No one else is doing it because it's quite a complex razor to make, and I think that's the reason why it's not really been reproduced, in all honesty. Now what I'm going to do, first off, I'm not going to get stuck straight in. I'm going to put the blade in the razor first. Now because the Christopher Bradley is a 3-piece razor and I am one-armed at the moment, pretty much, I'm going to take the top cap off, split the razor in 3, I place the top cap on my little towel here facing up with all the screws and everything facing up. I'm just opening up the razor blade now. This is something I've had to sort of learn, believe it or not. It's quite difficult to do this stuff one-handed. Now you can see on this one, there are glue dots through there. Now the good thing is, none of those glue dots are anywhere near the razor's blade edge. So I'm just going to peel this open now. Now this is a vintage blade. I'm not quite sure what year it was made or when these were produced. I do remember, I only had 2 of these blades, this is the second one. I remember the first one shaving very similar to the Gillette Super Stainless, the spoiler. Right, I'm just going to, so that is the blade there. I'll just show you, flip it right round the right way, I think. There we go. Persona Super Stainless, and if we flip it that way, made in Great Britain. My shower's playing a rattly dance at the moment. Pop that on top of the top cap, pop the base cap on, and then screw on the handle. Now one thing I will say, since I've owned this razor, since it's been sent to me, the stainless version that is, the threading on it has got smoother. The more I take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, it gets smoother and smoother. It is a beautifully made razor, pristinely made. The finish on it is absolutely flawless, it really is. The only difference between this and the Masamune Nodachi from Tatara really for me was just the thread feel. The thread feel on the Nodachi feels more like the carved brass Christopher Bradley than the stainless. The stainless is a little bit rougher, and it could just be the metal, and the more you use it the more that thread's going to soften up a little bit and take some of the burrs or roughness off, but other than that, it's the only real difference I can find. So I'm going to wet my face. I'm moving away from The Simpsons, sadly. I will bring it back out. I might even use it every second shave at the moment. I'm really enjoying that brush, but I'm going to go to the brush that should have been used as per my rotation policy, which is the 24mm boss knot that has been set into a brush guy handle. Now these aren't for everyone in terms of shape, but in terms of ergonomics you cannot fault this brush. It is one of the most comfortable brushes to hold. That handle hold there is pretty much how I hold this brush when I lather with it, and it's absolutely perfect for that. And the depth of colour, like a pearlescent shimmering blue through this handle, is absolutely stunning. It really is. Right, what I'm going to do is wet the brush, leave a bit of moisture in there. You can see the tips have sort of almost gelled together, and then I'm going to get the Pure, flip the lid and just pour some on top of the brush. Now the reason I'm doing this again is one of the guys that watches the channel, who from memory is studying university or studying something at the moment, pretty hard up on cash, as you can imagine, being a student. Has this cream but hasn't had a massive voluminous lather like I got. Now he put the question to me, it could be the Williams mug soap. So this is basically a test to see whether this cream still lathers up amazingly and shaves amazingly without Williams mug soap. I've been using that Williams mug soap for about a week now, every single shave for a pre-shave, and my shaves have been brilliant. And is it because of the mug soap? We'll find out in a second. So that's how much cream I've put on the brush. I think that's overkill for what you need. Oh, that scent. Now this knot isn't one of my favourite knots. It's a good knot. But I don't find it quite as soft in the tips. It's quite a scrubby knot. I'm just going to dip the tips now and paint some water in. Let's go back to old school. Using a synthetic, I can generally use my lathering technique. Doesn't work so well with natural hair brushes. Dip the tips again. And again. I found this cream generally to be quite thirsty. I can feel the menthol already. There is a bit of menthol in this shaving cream. Not loads. But there's enough that you feel it. But that scent. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Needs loads of water. Loads more water required. And again. As you can see, this lather is starting to build nicely. Now I didn't use massive amounts of cream. We're talking 6 fluid ounces there, 177 mils, that's a lot of cream in that tube. You can see it all down here. Starting to build. Needs more water. So yeah, as you can see, this cream lathers up a treat. No matter whether I've got Williams mug soap or not. Whether it shaves the same, different story. We'll soon find out. But that, you cannot argue with that. So as you can see, I'm just overloading just a little bit, not heaps more than I would normally use in terms of what you need. You can still build a massive lather. Whether it performs as well, we're about to find out. So we've got the Christopher Bradley with a brand new Persona vintage blade made in Glasgow. C-plate, which is 0.85 blade gap, not 0.85, 0.85 blade gap, which is 0.05 less than the Dachi from Tatara. But beautiful razor. I much prefer the length of the handle. I much prefer the handle just in general. I think it's a nicer looking razor. Head's more chunky. I think if you put the Tatara Nadachi head on this handle, you got to win it. But they both shave extremely similar. And here we go, brand new blade. well, you can't see, but you can probably see on my face that it's definitely taken that first layer down. I've got two and a bit days growth, I think. As smooth as you like. I've got to say, even though this shade is very similar to the Adachi in terms of its efficiency and stuff, this is a much nicer razor to use. I don't feel like I'm having to be quite as careful with the pressure. We're only talking 0.05 of a millimetre in difference, so it's not massive. The final product on both razors is pretty much identical. I can tell you right now, this cream is still shaving absolutely beautifully. Is it this way? I think it's this way. One thing that Adachi has given me is a little bit more feel with my razors, even this one, because there's no real blade feel on this car C plate. You start feeling the blade round about the D plate, and I would probably place the Adachi round about that D plate sort of efficiency and blade feel. But obviously it's got slightly less actual blade gap itself. Yeah, this stuff's so slick. I know there's quite a bit of cream residue there, but even then the slickness is there, I can feel it. It's that scent, the scent's brilliant. It's got great scent strength as well. I mean, the scent strength's up there, definitely up around about a 5, 6, maybe even a 7 to be honest. It's a great scent. And on the bottle, or on the tube, it only labels it as fragrance. So I've got no idea what the fragrance is, whether it's being natural based essential oils, or whether it's synthetic. I will be honest and say that I think it's most likely a synthetic fragrance, because it's got a synthetic edge to it. It doesn't smell quite like a natural essential oil would smell, but who knows in terms of the blend, it might be a perfect blend. But it smells sensational. I absolutely love it. And honestly, the lather is as good as anything on the market at the moment. I'm really impressed with this cream. I can't say any more about it. It's mass produced by a company that most people won't use the products, or a lot of people won't, because they feel like they demasculinate, whatever they want to call it with men. They took the piss out of blokes. Well, if you can't have a laugh, I don't know. I did watch the advert, it doesn't really make any impact on me. I couldn't give a rat's arse what a company says. I make my decisions based on myself. Couldn't give a rat's arse what other people think. When you start thinking about what other people think of men or other people, then you've lost, as far as I'm concerned. At the end of the day, what Gillette did is they released something that got the world talking about it, and whether it was good press or bad press, it's still press. Any press is good press. Well, so far, I think I have to say I have to give this razor a better shave than the Adachi, just on a full shave. This is so much more just overall comfortable. A couple of weepers there. I was a bit rushed down here. Just one, I think. One weeper right there. Other than that, very, very slick. Very protective cream. Now there wasn't much residue on my face there in terms of big blobs of cream, but superb. Got 2 weepers down here. 1, 2, nothing to write home about. I would never get bored of this scent. You can see that it's starting to dry out a bit, so I'm just going to take the brush. Now this is obviously the 3rd pass on one load, or 1 squirt of cream. It's absolutely superb. Do you know something? I can't honestly really say anything bad about it. The menthol feel is lovely. It's a nice cooling sensation. It's not overpowering with menthol. It's just the right amount. If you just want to just feel a nice coolness on a hot day, it'd be beautiful. The scent works, whether it be winter time or summertime. It's just a great scent. The protection. In my opinion, is outstanding. The slickness is phenomenal. It'd be really interesting to see what Rudge Shaves thought of this one. Now I do watch Rudge Shaves. I'll be honest, I don't find it the most exciting shaving channel to watch. The short, to the point. I think his lathering technique's excellent. I just like watching because every now and then again he uses a razor which looks like it needs a hell of a good hone, and we get a bit of blood. That's not the reason why I watch him, but I do like I find him quite honest. I don't always agree with his opinion on some of the shaving soaps and creams, but that's the subjective nature of shaving. This is an amazing shave. But it'd be interesting to get his thoughts on this. I'm not sure whether he's actually tried it yet or not. He might have done. I've watched a few people use it. I think Ken Surse might have used it. I'm pretty sure Don Youngner over at Wet the Face has used it. Spencer Frankel, Spence Shaves, he's used it. And there's a few other guys used it as well, which I haven't watched yet, or haven't seen. But, I mean, this is 1 squirt of cream. Got a few weepers on my neck. That's alright. Don't know what I'm doing that for. I've got quite a few weepers on my neck actually. I've been a little bit... Look at that, holy shit. for me that's pretty average, especially with the carve. Could be the blade, but the blade feels so smooth. The whole shave was really smooth and comfortable. Right, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my Allen block just to help heal up all my neck, because it is obviously quite a few weepers down there, so I'm going to put some cold water on my face. But what I'm going to do after this is, rather than use a post shave, I'm going to use the soap and the brush. I'm just going to paint it back on again and then wash it off, because the post shave on this cream is really where it sets it apart from pretty much every product I'm using at the moment. It's one of the best post shaves I've got in the den for a shaving soap or a shaving cream. So let's wet the Allen block and feel the burn. Well, actually, it's not much, to be honest. Pretty much just where each little weeper is, I'm getting a little bit of feedback, but not much. Nothing on my cheeks. Very minimal on the neck, on the chin, sorry, wow. Even the lip. Yeah, I've got a bit of feedback where I've got weepers really, and that's about it. I'm quite happy with that. I was expecting to have a bit of burn here and there, but that's probably the least burn I've had from Allen for a while. Way less than what I got from the Nadachi. Now I'm going to have to rinse this off first, because if I try and put the shaving cream on or the lather again, well, my face is covered in alum. This stuff will kill the lather. Personally, I think if you use alum, you should really rinse it off. It's not I don't think it's a great thing to leave on your skin. It really sucks the moisture out, or it feels like it is. Maybe it isn't, but it feels like it really sucks the moisture out of your skin and sort of defeats the purpose of putting a post-shave balm or anything on top of it. Right. My leaf razor, third time lucky leaf razor, is almost here. It should be here tomorrow. I've also got another parcel coming tomorrow, and I don't actually know what it is. I got a text message on my phone, which is unusual. I'm just going to wet my face and then lather. I got a text message on my phone from DHL saying there's a parcel on the way on Monday or Tuesday, might have been Tuesday, and it's going to be delivered hopefully tomorrow. It says tomorrow. It's been sent express. I've got no idea what it is. I really don't. I can't think of anything. No one's contacted me to tell me there's something coming. I haven't had any companies get in touch with me. This is all just for the post shave. What I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze the rest of the lather out. This isn't something I normally do, but this is something. Look at the bit of lather left in there as well. Look how dense that is. It's something that this shaving cream has really surprised me with. Oh, that cooling menthol, wow. I mean, this is thick stuff. You can bash Gillette all you want, but really at the end of the day, when they do something, they generally do it right or the best of their ability, whether it be a cartridge or a can gel. I am trying to move away from them, trust me I am. But everyone else that does this, generally like heavy shaves and stuff, they generally put it on and then piss off and come back later on. I just thought I'd do the full thing, mainly because I'm a lazy shit and it's hard when you've got one arm to be pushing buttons and doing other bits and bobs. So I've got a little weeper just down here, still there. I must have missed that a little bit. Or it's just a good one and it won't go away. Everything else looks to have healed up. I've got a little bit of redness on my neck, my usual. I think I've maybe just overdid it a little bit with the razor because it felt so smooth and so comfortable. And that was something I spoke about when I used the Nadachi. The Nadachi causes you to be more careful. You feel that blade, you lighten up your touch. Because you know that you're leaning too hard when you can really feel that blade on your skin. Right, brush is sorted, razor sorted, and that's it. I'm not going to. God, that little weeper's annoying me. I'll sort it out after the shave once it's totally done. So I've got just a little bit of redness just down here, a couple of little bits here, and obviously this little weeper's still weeping. But my chin, my cheeks, my lips, everything feels great. The post shave on this cream is exceptional. It really is. $4.25 in Australia that was, half price special at Coles. It's no longer that, it's back up to $8.50. But $8.50 gets you 177ml, 6 fluid ounces of shaving cream. You don't have to use the amount that I've used, but even using the amount I used in this shave, you've got well over 100 shaves in that bottle. Well over 100. It's really excellent shaving cream. It smells brilliant, it lathers easily, it's dense, it's creamy. It's slick, it's protective, it's cushiony, it's got everything you want in a software product for traditional wet shaving or cartridge wet shaving, but it's got none of the bad stuff in it really. I mean, the ingredients list is pretty spot on. The fragrance, I'm not sure what's in there. Are they natural, are they synthetic, are they not good for you, are they good for you? That's debatable, I don't know. But overall, it's a great product. It's cooling on the skin, the menthol is lovely, and post-shave has really blown me away, it really has. The brush for today was the Brush Guy brush. These are no longer being made. These were made by Matt Martin over in the United States. I can't even remember the name of the company. They used to make soap as well, and I'm not sure whether they still do, him and his wife. He's a retired, I think he's retired from the Navy, I think it was, or the RAF, it may have been the RAF. Oh, that's it. But he makes sensational brushes. His casts, his pores are absolutely beautiful, you know, and it's the reason why it's really stayed in the den is the ergonomics and the pour. The knot, I'm not a big massive fan of it, but it's really nice. It's just not quite there for the tuxedos and the black wolves and things. The carved Christopher Bradley razor, C-plate, brand new vintage Persona blade, and it was as smooth. It was beautiful to use. I actually enjoyed using it more than I did the Nadachi, but as you can see from down here, this has actually died away already. Got a little weeper there. The shave feels impeccable. If I shut my eyes, I can't feel any soreness, any redness, any tightness, can't feel it. I know it's there because I can see it, but that's a cracking combination, and that cream really, it is high quality cream. I can't talk any more about it. I'm fed up talking about it. Next time I use it, I might say nothing about it. I can't help myself. It smells incredible, works incredible. I'm going to shut up now because I'm just rambling rubbish now. Got a few more things coming into the den soon. I'm looking forward to them. And other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.